Hello, welcome to the second Tuesday of the year. So yesterday I went tree climbing with my friend and my sister, and we were childhood friends. We were the kids who played tips around the block and drew on the pavement and climbed trees together and rode our bikes and our scooters and were general little rats. Anyway, so we decided to catch up yesterday with this friend, and we're like, well, we need to climb some trees, but all the trees that we used to climb when we were kids have either been chopped down or are way too small for us now. So we had to find new trees. And that took a while, but we went to this big park by the lake and found some awesome oak trees and climbed 8 trees, which is awesome and fun. And yeah, that was a really cool thing. I'll have some pictures up to show you. Yeah. What else have I been doing? Well, I've been sewing, and I decided to sew this, which is a big full canvas skirt. I love wearing full skirts, and I thought, well, I always feel guilty about wearing them out, so I decided to make one out of canvas because it won't wear out. Yeah, so this is an old ex-army tent that we got from somewhere, so I chopped it up and sewed it. Very nice to wear. Yeah. Okay, so I just discovered that the second half of my vlog, which I just tried to record and took about 10 minutes, well, I'm just kidding, it took ages. Anyway, I just discovered that I hadn't actually recorded, so I'm sorry if this is kind of fake, but this is the second time I'm doing it. So I just went and wrote down all your questions, because there are a lot of them and my memory's pretty bad. So I'm sorry if I've missed anyone, but Sydney's was, where were you born? And I was born in Canberra, which is the capital city of Australia, and that's where I live, in my old house, which is in a suburb called Yarralonga, in the lounge room, just on the right hand side of the fireplace. Yep, I was born at home. My sister was born on the left hand side of the fireplace. Yeah, no hospitals for us, just nice sort of stained carpet. Yeah, no, probably not stained actually, I've no idea, we moved out of it ages ago. Yeah, I just remember the carpet was bad. Paisley, my favourite book. One of my favourite books, I have to have two, I'm sorry, I'm a really book person. One of my favourites is Deep Secret by Diana Wynne Jones. This is the American version, which is really kind of boring because they took all the swear words out, which I think is shit. Anyway, it's an awesome book about fantasy kind of set in the modern world, and also in a parallel fantasy world and how they cross over, and yeah, there's also a love story in there. And then my other favourite book, just because I have to have two, is Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. I just think his creation is awesome and so unique and special, and it withstands the test of time. I think that people can relate to it just as much as they did when it was first written about, I think, more than 100 years ago. So yeah, that's my other favourite book. Will, what would my reaction be to a famous person? Will, I'm really sorry, but about 2 months ago I met the lead singer of my favourite band since I was 10, the Whitlams, and I was really kind of sad and disappointed that I had, because he was meeting 50 other people signing their autographs that night, and you could just tell that he was okay with talking to us, but it was just kind of an annoying thing he had to do. And so I would have preferred to just keep listening to music and buy the CDs and not kind of feel like I'd just bored him a bit and made his life a little bit more boring. So I really don't want to meet any more of my heroes, if that makes sense. Sorry. If I could meet someone as a friend and have a proper conversation with them one-on-one and not be oh my god, I'm your biggest fan, I'd like to meet Diana Wynne Jones, the author of my favourite book I talked about earlier, and just she's 75, and I'd like to meet her before she dies, obviously, and pick her brains about the way she writes and all her amazing ideas. Maybe just have a cup of tea in her kitchen. That would be so awesome. And I'd probably stutter a lot and be really speechless, but yeah, that would be cool. Chloe, I hope you're feeling better. Oh my god, here's my mum to pick me up. Crap. So, Chloe, where do we want to go? I want to go back to America and go to camp, of course, see you guys. And I loved America, and I didn't spend enough time there. And I also want to go to England, because I think England's a really cool place, and I like to see London and all of that really old, like, yeah, just beautiful. I'd also want to go to Slovenia, which is a little country in Europe, and that's where my friends who own the dog that we're getting are. So yeah. And what should Quinn do? Quinn, I think you should make balloon animals on camera, unrehearsed. I think that would be really funny and awesome. Yeah. Now my question. What is the most awesome thing about your room? Like, pick up your camera and film it and show me what is the most awesome thing about your room. Is it like a poster you've got, or your bed, or whatever? Yeah, tell me that. I've got to go now. And I need to say why today is awesome. Today was awesome because we are getting a second dog. She's a big golden Labrador retriever, and she belongs to friends of ours who have had to go overseas to Slovenia, and they're not quite sure for how long for, and they don't want to send her there because they might not be able to send her back if they want to move back to Australia. So she gets to stay with us, and her name is Lakshmi, and Lakshmi is the name of a Hindu goddess, and it sort of means luck and bounty, and every time you say the name Lakshmi, it just kind of brings fortune and everything that's good to you. So she's a really lovely dog, and I'm really excited about getting her. And my mum's come to pick me up to take me to the airport to get her, because she's like flown from Brisbane. So I have to go now and go and get this dog, which is so cool.